In the early days of YouTube, it was all about creativity, self-expression, and having fun. It was the golden era where creators were free to upload whatever they wanted without worrying about algorithms, advertisers, or even making a living from their videos. For Ryan Higa, better known as Higa, this was the dream. He was one of YouTube's OGs, a pioneer who helped shape the platform into what it is today. He became the second YouTuber ever to cross 1 million subscribers, and over the years his channel grew into one of the most popular on the platform. But as Ryan's channel evolved, so did YouTube. And what once felt like a haven for creativity turned into a corporate-driven machine, prioritizing algorithms and advertiser-friendly content over the authenticity that built its foundation.
I really have been considering quitting YouTube. I just wasn't having fun making YouTube videos anymore.
The shift wasn't immediate, it was a gradual process, but the impact on Ryan's creative process was undeniable. The platform's policies, algorithms, and cultural shifts brought challenges that many creators could relate to. Burnout, creative blocks, and a growing dissatisfaction with the platform's direction. Ryan's journey with YouTube became a battle between his passion for making videos and the reality of what YouTube had turned into. In this video, I'm going to dive into how these changes disrupted Ryan's creative process, why they conflicted with his motivations as a creator, and where it's all led him today. And at the end, I'll share what this means for the future of YouTube as a platform. This is the story of how YouTube failed Ryan Higa. Music. Let's rewind to the beginning. In 2006, YouTube was brand new, a platform that encouraged people to broadcast yourself. Ryan Higa was among the first generation of creators who took this slogan to heart. From the very start, he focused on creating content that he genuinely loved. Whether it was lip-syncing, rants, skits, or short films, Ryan's videos stood out for their creativity and humor. He's always been one of the most genuine creators on the platform, never chasing trends or involving himself in drama. Instead, he focused on making content that he was proud of.
The thing I really cared about was putting out good content and stuff that I was excited and happy to make.
And for a while, that's exactly what YouTube was about. It was a space for creators to share their passions, experiment with new ideas, and build communities. The slogan, "Broadcast Yourself," wasn't just a tagline, it was the culture of YouTube. But around 2010, things started to change. The slogan was removed from YouTube's logo, then its webpage, and finally from its blog in 2019. By that time, it was clear that YouTube's priorities had shifted. The turning point? The adpocalypse. For those who don't know, the adpocalypse was a period when advertisers began pulling their ads from YouTube due to concerns about their ads appearing alongside controversial content. This led to stricter policies on what could be monetized, and content that included profanity, political topics, or anything remotely edgy was at risk of being demonetized or age restricted.
Now there's so many rules on YouTube. Most of the ideas that I put up got demonetized or age restricted because it's like dangerous things or gross things.
I didn't want to put anything close to a swear word in here, even put the beep sound in because I don't want to get demonetized.
This was a huge blow to creators like Ryan, who thrived on making unique and sometimes edgy content. For someone who'd built his career on broadcasting himself, having to censor his ideas and tone down his creativity was devastating. Ryan's frustration with the platform became evident in his videos and interviews. He started questioning whether it was even worth continuing on YouTube.
I never used to feel like this. I never felt like I couldn't be
yourself.
Yeah. I would have to dumb down the content and take jokes that I thought was funny and kill them for myself to make it good for other people. And I used to hurt, like it literally hurt me.
The changes didn't just affect the content itself, they also impacted the way creators approached their work. With the introduction of watch time metrics and algorithmic recommendations, the game on YouTube became all about optimizing for the algorithm. Videos needed to be longer, keep viewers engaged for as long as possible, and have clickable thumbnails and titles. For creators like Ryan, who'd always prioritized quality over quantity, this new landscape was incredibly challenging.
The algorithm had switched where like you need to create more content, not less. Even if it's better, you need longer and more content.
The kind of content I made wasn't sustainable in that way.
The videos got crazier, the times it took to make it got longer. It would take a hit on your income because you're not posting.
Ryan's videos often took weeks, sometimes months to produce. He wasn't interested in churning out content just to satisfy the algorithm, but this approach came at a cost. As his upload frequency decreased, so did his views and revenue. This pressure to play the game weighed heavily on him, leading to burnout and a growing disinterest in making videos.
I was subconsciously, I think, getting a little frustrated with YouTube and getting really just bitter, I guess, with what YouTube had become.
But the algorithm wasn't the only issue. The rise of mainstream media on YouTube also played a role in pushing creators like Ryan to the sidelines. Over the years, YouTube began prioritizing content from traditional media outlets and corporations, often at the expense of individual creators. This shift was a stark contrast to the early days of YouTube, when the platform celebrated independent voices.
Seeing the kind of content that was suddenly at the top of the food chain, I was subconsciously, I think, getting a little frustrated with YouTube.
For someone like Ryan, who'd always prioritized creativity and authenticity, this new environment felt stifling. He'd always been driven by a desire to innovate and do things differently, but on a platform that now favored formulas and repetition, standing out became increasingly difficult.
For me, the best videos and what I strive for every week is coming up with a message that I want to say and tell it in a different way.
And I just got tired of doing the same formula.
Unfortunately, this mentality didn't align with the direction YouTube was heading. Creators were being encouraged to stick to what worked, even if it meant sacrificing creativity. For Ryan, this was a breaking point. He realized that he couldn't continue making videos in the same way. It was either adapt to the system or walk away. And that's exactly what he did. On April 24, 2020, Ryan stopped uploading to his main channel. Instead, he shifted his focus to Twitch, a platform that reminded him of the early days of YouTube. On Twitch, he found a community that valued authenticity and creativity over algorithms and watch time.
Twitch feels like old YouTube, where it feels like a lot of people are genuinely just supportive and friends. It's been so much fun streaming. I can honestly say I'm a lot happier.
Ryan's story is a reflection of the larger issues plaguing YouTube today. The platform that once celebrated individuality and creativity has become a place where algorithms dictate content, and creators are forced to compromise their values to succeed. For many of the new generation of YouTubers, this is just the way things are. But for OG creators like Ryan, who helped build YouTube into what it is today, the changes have been disheartening. So, what does this mean for the future of YouTube? If the platform continues to prioritize algorithms and advertiser-friendly content over creativity and authenticity, it risks losing the very essence of what made it special in the first place. As Javed Karim, one of YouTube's co-founders, once said, "In business, there's only one thing more important than making it better, and that's not making it worse." Creators like Ryan Higa make YouTube better. They innovate, take risks, and bring authenticity to the platform. If YouTube wants to remain the go-to platform for video sharing, it needs to create an environment where these kinds of creators can thrive, because without them, YouTube risks losing the you in YouTube.